Hi, welcome back to Daily. Welcome back to David Daily for it is the 17th of February, Wednesday the 17th of February 2021. And in a recent video on my main channel, I mentioned my Andalsnes preset filter in Darkroom. I showed you that a little bit, and I mentioned that it was created in Andalsnes in Norway. So I thought I would take you through that today, show you how exactly it was created and the photos it was created on. If you're interested in photography, then you should find this interesting. So these were the pictures that I took when I was working on the cruise ship sailing into Andalsnes in Norway. The cruise ship was the Saga Sapphire, a very small ship, only about 500 guests, passengers. And if I go into so this is the preset or the filter, and then here is the before, and it's a really good versatile preset. It's literally applied to all of these photos here. If I just press / key, you can see what it does there. And I still use it as a basis for a lot of my editing in Darkroom today. And let's go through some information on these photos. So you can see that the bow of the ship here as we sail into Andalsnes, very cool, with a passenger there braving the cold weather. Let's have a look at some metadata. So it is it's an NEF, so it's a Nikon RAW file. It says right there. Got my old copyright information from the time, which is a blast from the past. It's taken on the 3rd of March 2019, so almost 3 years ago today. And it even has the filter array, which is pretty cool. The filter array refers to how the color filters are laid out over the pixels on the image sensor. So this one goes red, green, green, blue, and then it kind of repeats. And this refers to the Bayer or Bayer. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's named after a person. I think it's Bayer. It looks Bayer, but I think it's pronounced Bayer. I'm going to call it Bayer. So it's named after. This is the Bayer filter array, which most cameras use. Famously, Fuji don't use it. They use their own. They use a different filter array. So I find that all pretty interesting. If you'd like a video on filter arrays and how it all works and what it looks like and how it affects your photos and things, I'd be happy to make one. I was thinking about doing one when ProRAW sort of came out, because people were talking then about is it a RAW file, is it not, why it's a RAW file, why it's not really a RAW file, and sort of how RAW works and things like that. So I was going to make a video on it then, but I decided not to. Anyway, let's get into this preset here. And this was my job on the ship, just to take there's the camera model, Nikon D610. This was my job on the ship, just to take pictures and then try and sell them. So these would have been sold as like postcards. I wouldn't have used my Andalsnes preset on them at the time. I was editing in Lightroom on the ship, on the ship's computers. So they wouldn't have looked like this. These are edited to my tastes later. And I wouldn't have made all these for sale. In fact, I think the ones I made for sale, I mainly deleted them. These are my own personal pictures that I knew wouldn't be very sort of sellable, but I like them. So I'm going to use this picture here to recreate the Andalsnes preset. So if I hit R on the keyboard, I can reset it. And I'm just going to, go through it. And I just want to quickly follow up on what I was talking about last time for the 16th, the episode of the 16th of February, which was how people treat people differently with cameras, because I do have a couple more examples. And one of them was I was in again in nature. I film a lot in nature because I'm actively trying to avoid people, but you occasionally do encounter people, and most of them, in fairness, either smile at you or just ignore you. They see a camera, they get awkward, you know, and they just ignore you, which is what I want. That's fine. But then some of them, like I said, they feel entitled to sort of come over and investigate, make sure, I don't know, that you're filming what, I don't know why they come over. As I discussed yesterday, I'm not sure what they want. And so once recently, I was filming in nature again. Do we have any split toning? No, we don't. I'm just minding my own business, and I was with my brother Mike. I was showing him some moment stuff. So we had our phones and our gimbals and stuff. Come to the land of the ice and snow, with the midnight sun and the hot springs glow. Hammer of the god. Out of the way, not pointing the camera at anybody. And this woman stood behind us, and I looked, and we both moved to the side so she could get through with her dog, and she just carried on standing there. So, me being me, I just went, oh, okay then, whatever. So we just ignored her and carried on filming. And then, you know how you feel someone approaching you from behind. She approaches and she says, "Excuse me, can I get past without you filming me?" And I'm like, we're not filming you. We have no interest in you whatsoever. Like, you just happened to, we're not stood here waiting for people to come past so we can film them. And then she said, "Oh well, it looks like you are." But she didn't say it. She didn't say it like that. She said it. "Oh well, it looks like you are." I'm trying to say it how she said it, as if it's like, "Well, I think you're lying to me." You know, she said it in that sort of tone of voice, like, I don't know, like it's a face thing. Trying to say face. Who knows? But I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care. I don't care about you. My camera doesn't care about you. The world doesn't revolve around you. There aren't people out with cameras hunting you. Like, just go away. Just go away. You know, it's like me saying to her, "Can I walk around here without?" No, it's like me saying, "Can I film without you walking your dog here?" You know. I feel like saying that sometimes when I get interrupted a lot, when people keep walking past, and I'm like, "Can I film just for 2 seconds without you lot walking past?" You know, if I feel like saying that. But I don't own the footpath. They haven't come out specifically to interrupt me, and I haven't come out to specifically film her. Like, it's not like Mike and I were waiting there around the corner, like, "Oh, she's coming." Like, but that's just one example. There was another guy on the Met, which is like an electric train, if you like, in Manchester. And it was 6:30, between 6 and 6:30 in the morning. Again, I'm going at a time when I know there's not going to be many people around, because I don't want to film people. And I get on and I go to the last carriage. There are people on, not so many. It's very quiet. And I go to the last carriage specifically to avoid people. And there's like 1 or 2 people in there. Fine. I'm not filming them. I'm filming the city as it. I'm filming the Metrolink's journey from Sale, which is in the suburbs of Manchester, into the city centre for some B-roll. I think that was for my Beastcam review. I think 1 clip of that footage made it in, because it didn't work out in the end. But either way, my gimbal is pointed out of the window for the whole journey. And there's this one guy in the end of the carriage, or the car, and he turned, and he's had his back to me the whole journey, and he turns around about 20 minutes into the journey, and he's riffraff. I think that's the politically correct term, is riffraff these days. And, you know, hood, rough as anything, you know, looks like a scally. Look at what a scally is. Just looks like a scally. And he goes, you know, it's like, again, no common courtesy. No, at least this woman had some courtesy to say, excuse me, but anyway, forget about her. This guy just turned, his brow furrows. He looks at me. His brow furrows immediately. There's no sort of, brow furrows. Yeah, are you filming me? I'm like, oh yeah, clearly. I've been waiting on that Metrolink platform for you. I'm hoping to find you. And I've been waiting, and finally you are here, and you've turned around. This is a shot I've been waiting for. Just hold that. Like, no, of course I'm not. I'm filming the outside, filming Manchester. Oh right, I thought you were filming me. Like, it's that sort of, you know, where the head goes forward. It's like, are you know, it's like an aggression thing. It's like, all you've got to do is like come up to me, or just say, excuse me fella, just wondering what you're filming at this time, because it is unusual to see someone with a gimbal, a phone on a gimbal in a Metrolink carriage. It is unusual, so I understand, you know, someone coming up to me and saying, what's going on? Talk to me about photography. Talk to me. What's that you're using there, mate? It's a gimbal. It keeps my phone steady. Not a problem. You know, fine. Chat to me. But when they go from 0 to 100 and get aggressive so quickly, and it's like, dude, just get over yourself. Get a life. Seriously, get a damn life. So yeah. So this is my Andalsnes preset. Just to get back to what I'm supposed to be doing. So there's the before and there's the after, and of course you can see it's been applied. It's very red. It uses a lot of reds. I think when I apply it to different photos, I often have to turn the red down. Is it saturated in the reds? Not so much. The oranges, yeah, the reds and the oranges sort of combine. Yeah, these were quite hard pictures to edit at first to get right, because the sky and the mountains, like, you know, how much do I you know, you can see that. Look at that, you know, it's like, how much do I want to bring the sky down, things like that. And this was yeah, Saga Sapphire. This was a Norway cruise. Very quiet. Roxy and I were on the ship together. We were used to like 2,000 plus passengers, just rapid fire, 14-hour days, rapid fire, bang, 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 just taking thousands of pictures per week. And then we got on Saga Sapphire, and it was bliss. There was no one. It felt like there was no one anyway. Just 500 people, easy peasy. And this Norway cruise, this was our best cruise ever, I think. And if you're interested in, like, this is the perfect channel for me to discuss my cruise ship stuff. Again, like, I don't want to discuss it really on my main channel. Yeah, this is the perfect place for it. So I'll probably be discussing a lot of cruise ship stuff. I'm still in touch with some of my old friends in different departments on a cruise ship, so I could call them up on Zoom and I could chat to them and ask them, you know, to tell me about your experience on the ship. Well, tell you, you know. It's a shame all the ships aren't sailing anymore. So, but I'm hoping there'll be, because that's thousands of people without jobs. All my friends from different countries around the world who aren't as fortunate as I am here in England. So I am genuinely gutted for them, because some of these countries, like some parts of India, they are in poverty. Honduras especially, Latin America. They just live in poverty, and a cleaner on the ship can make more than what a lawyer makes in Honduras. You know, these cleaners, they make $400 a month on a cruise ship, and that's more than what a lawyer makes back in Honduras. So the waiting lists for ships are years long, especially in the Philippines. So anyway, that's my Andalsnes preset. I'm going to leave it there. I will nip this rant in the bud. This rant over people and how they treat people with cameras. I promise I won't mention it again, unless you want me to talk about it. Just let me know. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.